Hi everyone, and today I would actually love to talk about a topic that is very passionate to me because it actually is represented in the two career paths that I have. My name is Lydia. I have 9 years of financial advisor experience and 2 years of women coaching experience to time freedom lifestyles. I believe that time freedom is not a privilege, but a birthright for every woman to enjoy. And here I am helping women improve on their time efficiency and productivity so that you can get so much more out of life. And talking about women and money, wow. Because in my line of 9 years in the financial advisory experience, I have actually encountered women coming from all walks of life, as well as on a huge spectrum from this end are very empowered, okay, to decision making in fact, all the way to the other extreme, where they are absolutely powerless. And I would love to come in to actually chat about how women and money are such an intricate topic to speak about. It is something that I really would love for more women to be aware about being financially savvy, about having to know the options out there, and to not be intimidated or being crushed under the pressure of money. And I actually came up with two groups of women and check which one that you are. So the first one would actually be the ostrich syndrome. Okay, this is the lady that buries her head in the sand. Okay, she has absolutely no clue about where her money is coming in or her money is that going out. And because of that, every month just floats by like that. She's pretty much living on her paycheck to paycheck, okay? Or her all of her savings all being built up but not being utilized, not being maximized as well because she simply does not have the time or she finds it too intimidating to be out there trying to understand financial matters. And of course, this is for a good reason because for a very, very long time, over many, many years, um, the financial knowledge has always been very geared towards the men. Males are meant to have the language of investing or making their money multiply, whereas we women are actually told to spend more. And it's actually very strongly seen in advertising material, marketing material as well, that men are actually told to grow more, to grow their assets, to grow their wealth, whereas we women are told to spend more at the shopping malls, right? And this is the language that's spoken to us. So when we actually try to come and understand about another masculine language, it becomes very intimidating and it actually also feels out of sorts. So this is why the ostrich actually comes about. The other group of women is actually called the giver. She is someone who's very dependent on the husband, her male partner, or any other male figures, which can also be her dad, to actually give the money. And because of that, she is absolutely powerless when it comes to financial situations or financial decisions. She's very unaware and she has a strong seated belief, which is very different from the ostrich syndrome, who actually doesn't want to even step into that area because the giver actually believes that she is bad at money. And this was a limiting belief that she imposed on herself. It could be because of generation trauma. It could be because that she actually saw the people in her life, especially the women in her life, not being able to manage the money, or even she herself, growing up in a family background, and I speak this all with real life experience, that they actually tried to set up a business. But because the business was actually rolled in a lot of debts, she, when she grows up in future, she believes that business is a money filling venture. And because of that, no matter how many businesses she started, no matter how much money she invests in her business, if she don't clear out this money mentality, she will always be losing money. And to her, passion, hobby cannot make money. So this is the two groups of women, I would actually love if you happen to fit into any of these two. Watch out for the other part of my video where I actually talk about the 2 tips that you can do straight away to get started. And what do we mean by getting started? I mean about getting confident. I mean about getting comfortable with money, because money is such as that it's right in front of your doorstep. It's right in front of your doorstep. And if you don't open the door because you don't want to welcome it, you don't feel that it's going to be a good guest in your house, you feel that it's going to come in, it's going to look at how ugly your house is and, criticize and make you feel shameful and make you feel guilty. And because of that, you shut out money. This is how more money cannot come to you. This is how you shunt away business opportunities. This is how you shunt away money-making ventures or property investments, or in potential money-making situations, or even if a client drops by on your door, you say that I'm not good enough and I rather send her to someone else. The thing is that money is a very neutral topic. Okay, why I say that is because in my area of expertise, if I can have the woman who is so empowered around money, she is the one deciding and making the payments, she's the one who calls the shots over insurance, versus another group of women who is hiding behind their husbands and their partner, it goes to show that money has no differentiation. Money doesn't choose you, it's you who choose the money. So it actually tells me that money is a very neutral topic. And at the end of the day, it all comes to the mindset that we have. The thing is that nothing in this world is too difficult to learn, including financial investment, including understanding insurance. It can also include trying to understand your credit cards or trying to find a way around the bank system. Nothing in this world is too difficult to learn. But if you keep thinking that I will never be good at it, you will never be good at it. So at the end of the day, even no matter how in our DNA, in our biology, that, women have the capacity to be even better investors as men, and because we have broader horizons, we have a much longer investment timeline, and we are not in too much of an eager to make money as much as men, in terms of making rash decisions, in terms of being impulsive or going on this egocentric competition between you and your friends. That is the reason why we have the capacity and we have the potential to be good money managers. So this brings me to the next topic, the next question, which is, if I have any key advice for these two groups of women, okay, fret not, because there is 2 things that you can do right now to get started. Okay, so listen good. The first thing that you can do is to have monthly money dates, right? Monthly money dates. If we can have monthly facial, shopping, massages, and coffee dates with our girlfriends, or even weekly exercise dates with ourselves, why can't we put aside just 1 to 2 hours a month, often end of the month, to actually be clear about our cash flow, to actually see how the money is flowing in and out of our lives, and take that moment to actually be very neutral about it. Put aside the shame, the guilt, any form of negative feelings that you might have, because it is all in what I said, a very neutral zone. The whole point of it is to actually be very clear. If you have little money coming in, great. Now you know how can I make more money in creative ways? How can I spend less in the month? How can I be more creative in my shopping, or how can I be more conscious in my spending? And at the end of the day, all we want to do is to actually be very clear about our budget. Whether are we underspending, overspending, okay? Or if you're in the middle at a healthy middle point in moderation, that's great. Because if we are underspending, it means that we are hoarding all the money. And what for do you want to hoard the money and not lead an abundant lifestyle, right? If you see what I talk a lot on my coaching, I always mention about having time freedom to do the things that you love. So if you love to go for exercise, go for it. If you actually love to invest in your own learning, go for it. But budget within your means. On the other end, we also do not want to overspend, where we actually keep thinking that everything is a necessity, everything is a want, but it stems off actually from the lack mindset. And because of that, nothing that you ever spend on yourself will be enough. So get very clear about your cash flow in and out, because when that happens, you will actually know the next step, which is either you have to be aware about your credit card payments, you have to know your bank accounts, and you have to understand how insurance work. These three things is good enough to get you started on this financial journey. And of course, for those people who are a little bit more advanced, they'll move on to actually be understanding about how to invest for the long term. Or what are the other investment options out there? If they feel that their savings is not doing good enough for them, they actually look into other options like unit trusts, stocks, even investment-linked policies. So the thing is that everything all begins from a beginning point. If you are not even clear, if you're the ostrich or if you're the giver, start to take control back. Start to gain a lot more confidence, to gain a lot more comfort around the money topic. Because again, nothing in this world is too difficult to learn. And there are tons of financial advice out there. There are tons of financial literacy. But I do have to say that a lot of them is not being made to speak to women. So I get why it's meant to be, it's very intimidating. And this is where I am. This is why I position myself financial advisory, okay, and I have expertise in helping women because I feel that a lot of women actually desire to know about financial investment or to get past that, but they actually find that the language that's spoken to them is very masculine, it's very intimidating. Okay, so reach out to me if you actually do feel that you would love to understand about your finances, your bank accounts, budgeting, but you have nobody to speak to. Okay, I'll be glad to help. The second thing is to actually start to be creative in your shopping, right? I won't talk too much about this because time is running out. I would love to keep this short and simple, but Carousel, online platform, declutter your home more often. Often we have a lot of things that's stacking up in our house that we can easily clear them out for cash. Clear them out for cash or you bless them away. Always make that powerful decision to clear out what you no longer are using, because when you clear that out, you will make space for greater things in life, okay, or the next great item to come into your life as well. Okay, so I think this actually pretty sums up all you need to do to get started with women and money. And you actually can follow me at Lidiana _. I actually have two roles. I'm a time freedom coach and I am a financial advisor in AIA. So if you do have anything regarding this area of time efficiency, life coaching, or even about financial products, or even trying to understand where your financial situation is, I would actually be totally happy to help you out for a non-obligatory consultation. So reach out to me. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy my content because I'm here to be a lighthouse for women. I'm here to be a lighthouse to actually show the way that leading an empowered and owning a time freedom lifestyle. And you cannot own a time freedom lifestyle if you are not good with money because time is money. All right, see you.